handing in your process. So, process, the writing process, we really stress that a lot, and it's very important. A good portion of your grade, at least 10% of your overall grade, is just whether or not you are performing the writing process and doing it well. So it's important that you hand these things in. Every time we write an essay, you will be required to do an invention exercise. So your brainstorming, clustering, free writing. You're always going to be required to write a paragraph describing your audience, or some kind of an audience awareness assignment will be assigned. You're always going to have, every single time, you're always going to have an outline. That's for sure. So at least those three things, every single essay that we write, you'll be asked to perform. In addition to that, oftentimes I'll ask you to write a thesis statement specifically as part of your writing process. Sometimes I'll ask you to write maybe a thought about, okay, what is my audience, what is their biggest concern about this issue? Or I'll ask you other things in that writing process that you need to hand in order to get full credit. Every essay, we're going to be doing this, so it's important that you know how to hand it in. Here's how I want you to hand it in, so listen very closely. I want you to hand everything in a single Word or PDF document. So some of these things you'll probably easily do with your computer. You can just easily type it up, and it's easy. Especially when it comes to your outline, your thesis statements, things like that. Yeah, you just type those in a Word document, and it's easy. Sometimes you're going to want to cluster or free write or do something where you're actually doing it on paper, and that is totally fine too. All you need to do to hand that in is just do it by paper, take a picture of what you did, or scan it if you want to, if you've got a scanner, and then add that to the document you hand in. When you hand in your process, it is very important to only hand in one document, just one document. Have everything all in there. So multiple pages will probably be in there. And then I'll just scroll down and I'll say, okay, this person did, okay, looks, this is that person's invention exercises. Okay, good job. This is that person's outline. Great job. This is that person's audience awareness paragraphs. Good job. Okay, this person didn't do the thesis statement, so I'm gonna have to dock some points. So don't forget all the different elements of it. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna put everything in a single document, and you'll hand it in on Blackboard, and you'll see the place where you hand it in each essay folder. Remember, we need to do this. Now, I don't require that you do this until the very end. So right before the essay is due, I ask that you hand those things in. The reason for that is because you're going to add to it. The writing process is not a linear process. It's not like you're going to do your invention and then never come back to that again. You're going to want to think about those things, go back and forth, and that's totally fine. You'll add to them. And so whenever you're completely done adding to all the different aspects of the writing process, yes, there are assignment deadlines that I put in this class to say you need to have your invention by this date. You need to have your outline by this date. Yes, we do have certain deadlines in this class, but that doesn't mean you're not going to go back and add something to your brainstorming or to your outline after they're due. So the whole point of me having this due right before the end of the writing project is that you can add to these things. So overall, just the thing to remember, make sure all of it is together in one file. If you need to take pictures of things you did by hand, that's great. Just make sure it's all in one file and hand it in a Word or PDF document, and hand it in Blackboard. If you have any questions, let me know.